I understand that you came out on May 9th supporting Donald Trump. I was wondering where that support came from. So why are you specifically supporting Donald Trump?
He is the nominee of the Republican Party, and I believe that we need a change in leadership. I believe this president has underestimated the threat from the Islamic militants, and the result has been that we live in a very dangerous world, and we've had some tragedies occur in this country. You know, everything from the Boston Marathon to Fort Hood to what happened in California and Orlando, and even at the military recruiting station in Chattanooga. So I just think that we need a stronger leader who recognizes that we need to protect the safety and well-being of Americans. I've been very disappointed that this administration will not share with governors the information about where people are being placed, refugees. You know, Iowa's been a very welcoming state for people to come here legally, but we want to make sure that we're not putting our citizens at risk. And I just think that we need new leadership. Also, honestly, Hillary Clinton is a liar. She can't be trusted. She has consistently put out false information and been reckless with our national security by her emails situation with national security and with classified documents. And then we have the fact that well, I just think, given the choice, and I think it's really a choice between Clinton and Trump, that, and also I guess I think that the kind of people that Donald Trump would appoint to the Supreme Court, he has mentioned 11 different prospects, one of which is an Iowan, and Steve Colleton is the son of John Colleton. He used to run the University of Iowa hospitals. He's on the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals. Brilliant young man, and love to have an Iowan on the Supreme Court.
Absolutely. What can Donald Trump, aside from putting an Iowan on the Supreme Court, do for Iowa in general?
Well, my son was in charge of, my son Eric, my oldest son, was in charge of the Bipartisan Renewable Fuel Alliance, and Donald Trump accepted their invitation to visit the ethanol plant at Gowrie. He asked really good questions, and he has endorsed and supported renewable energy. That's very important to Iowa. We lead the country in ethanol production. We lead the country in wind production. And you know, the present president came out for the renewable fuel standard, but his administration has blocked the implementation of the robust renewable fuel standard, and that's driven down the price of corn and made and driven it below the cost of production, and actually had a big impact in Iowa. Now we have 43 ethanol plants in the state, and if we have a president that is supportive of renewable energy, I think we'll see growth there. We just passed this session a biochemical tax credit. We've already had one company announced operation in Boone, Iowa, a glycerin plant. We have 43 ethanol plants, and we could have, like Eddyville, Iowa has, we could have biochemical plants co-locate with just about all of them and create some really good jobs in the state. And I think with Donald Trump, we have that opportunity. With Clinton, she says the right things, but I don't know that she can be trusted to follow through. She's supported the Obama administration. The Obama administration has said the right things and then done the wrong things. I mean, Gina McCarthy came out here and gave us every indication she was supportive of renewable energy, and then her EPA reduced the renewable fuel standard, and again for 2017, they're looking at a substantially less than the Congress had authorized when they passed the RFS.
Okay, and right now Iowa has a very, very close association with China.
Yes.
And Trump has gone on record as saying that we need to decrease our trade because he's saying that we have a trade deficit with China. What would that do to Iowans here, and what would that mean for our relationship with China?
Well, first of all, and with Iowa, we have a trade surplus with China.
Yes.
The country may have a deficit. And I think what Trump is saying is we need to do better when it comes to trade deals than the previous administrations have done. I think that's constructive criticism, but I also believe that we should not be reducing trade. We ought to be increasing trade. First of all, China buys more soybeans than all the rest of the countries in the world. That's very important. So about 1 of every 3 or 4 rows of soybeans raised in Iowa goes to China. We also now, the Chinese company has purchased Smithfield Foods because they want a safe, reliable supply of pork. I just met with this group this morning.
Do you have a card over here?
No, is there a little gift that I received? It's a little box. It's got a little pig on it. One of the things we it's probably,
I don't see it, might be downstairs.
yeah, that's okay. Mei Mei, who is a Chinese American who is very involved in trade, we sell a huge amount of pig skins to China. We also sell a lot of pork, and so I think and China also has the potential to purchase a significant amount of corn from us. We've been working with Principal Financial Group to partner with a Chinese company to market their retirement products in China. With a huge population, that's got a lot of potential for another very important Iowa company. So I am a strong advocate, and I have a personal relationship. When the president of China calls me an old friend because we met here in this office in 1985, I want to do all I can to try to build that relationship and to work with whoever the president is. And